Well, I'm out in the woods again. Okay, so today we are talking about one of the most scary things that have ever happened to me. Honestly, I was kind of holding back on talking about it. I don't even remember if I've talked about it before on this channel. I'm pretty sure I haven't, because it's just one of those things that, honestly, as I said, this is the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me. And honestly, it set a lot of precedents for the way that I would be in the future when it came to a lot of things that have happened, paranormally speaking. So, to begin, at the time, I was a teenager, and my whole sleep paralysis, which, by the way, I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but I have sleep paralysis chronically. My earliest memory of it was waking up as a child, sleeping on the end of the bed with my mom and dad, and seeing... It was around Christmas time, a little bit after, about 2009, give or take. And I wanted that year so bad, one of those my size Barbie dolls, life size, give or take. Why do I keep saying give or take? Who knows? Anywho, I was absolutely obsessed with getting one of those. Long story short, got one, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and all I saw was the silhouette of what I assumed was that doll right beside me in the bed. And after that, I swore up and down, like, I did a whole 360 there. I was just like, 1 second, yes, I love this doll. This doll is everything to me, and I take it everywhere, and I'd share my clothes with it and stuff like that. To get it out of here, get rid of it, please, please, absolutely begging my parents, who spent so much money on that thing, to get rid of it. And yeah, and I wouldn't really have too much experience with sleep paralysis for a bit after that, but as I got towards my teenage years, shit was unstoppable. Well, what really set a precedence for everything and how I would react to things in the future, years later, I was a teenager, and I was going through these bouts of episodes because for some reason sleep paralysis likes to come in batches, at least in my case. One night I went to sleep, and when I woke up, there was this shadowy, it was in the shape of a man, and it was on top of me, holding me down. And looking into it, like, you couldn't see any features or anything like that. It was literally like looking into a dark hallway. Its entire mass was darkness. Absolutely terrifying. See, I can kind of talk about it now, because it's been so many years since this happened. Like, goodness, this would have had to have been like around 2013 or something. But I remember it was holding me down, and honestly, I started freaking out. But the thing is, with sleep paralysis, you can't move. Like, the most you can do is maybe move around your eyes, attempt to wiggle your finger, but not really. Like, you think you're moving it, but you ain't moving it. But you can't move other than breathing and maybe looking around the room or something. But I was able to turn my head like I was sleeping, facing it, and in abject terror, turned my head away from it because I could not look at that thing. And that's what's interesting. And I remember I was trying to yell, but nothing was coming out. Like, I could open my mouth and stuff, like, as if I was yelling. But I couldn't yell. I could not scream. The best I could do, like, it was like... zilch. And so in my brain, I remember I started praying to God, being like, saying whatever I could, to get this thing away from me, get off of me. And it wasn't verbal, like I couldn't audibly hear it, like out loud. More so just like in my brain, like I knew it was laughing at me. It found just immense pleasure in the fact that I was so terrified of it. That it was literally laughing. Having a great time. Anywho. And in fact, me praying to God and stuff, it laughed at that too. It found that hilarious as well. Mocking, really. Eventually, I would kind of just blank out and wake up. But, yeah. I know I'm kind of keeping this short. I don't really have that much to talk about right now, other than that story. But I hope you like it. Find it interesting at all. If you have any similar experiences, comment below. I'd love to hear them. As always, if you want to hear more stories from me, different things that have happened, or just in general, just more content, subscribe. There's more to come in the future. Like this video. Whatever. Do what you want. You're your own person. And I'll see you guys next time.